Welcome back, everybody. I am at the pharmacy, and this particular one has what to my mind is a giant wall of nail polish in a myriad of colors, lots and lots of colors. So if you've ever attempted to match house paint in different colors, you know it can be tough. And you would think with particularly with this being pink and all the shades of pink, you think, well, you know, maybe this would be simple. Not necessarily. The sample that I am attempting to match, you see right here, that is of course the plate off the back of the Moore sewing machine here. And it has a little bit of, I'm going to say more of a pearlized effect. You know, metallics have different levels of sparkle, and the smaller the little bits of metal flake, they become more like a pearl and less like you know, like a metal finish, if that makes any sense. So I pulled, you know, different ones, and of course, when you look at these, you cannot base it on the chart. The chart is printed with inks on paper, and of course, you know from picking out house paint that it does not, they don't always correlate. You really have to look at the actual liquid color itself. And of course, I cannot open these because people sometimes want to open them, I guess, when they're buying it for their nails, and the sign clearly says do not do that, so we won't be doing that. But that's okay. So what am I looking at? When you look at the world of pink, you discover, and here's a great example, of course, you have a range. Pinks can have more on the blue side, in which case they become more lavender, like you see over here, or they can actually have more yellow pigment in them, and they become more like a shrimp pink, right, or a coral pink, as some people sometimes call them. The other thing you want to look at is you're going to have different, again, levels of metallic shimmer. So, you know, if you don't get something close to the finish on your machine, that will make it more obvious. It may never be exact, although you might get lucky, but it's not like when you're touching a black or a white machine. So again, I'm looking, we've got different brands here, different pinks, different levels of shimmer, and you know, I've got different ones here. So if I take a few of my selections, let's take a look and see what we see. What you will see is, this is a great example of what you might see. So in the center here, I have something that is too warm, has too much yellow, and almost no flake at all. Not all nail polishes have you know, a glittery effect. So we'll set that one aside. Then we have these two. Now, you always want to try to bring a sample, because if I just simply try to remember this color and then go to a store, and maybe you're in a craft store, or in my case, I'm in a pharmacy in the makeup cosmetic section, and you notice that this one, when I have my sample, this one has too much yellow in it. It's still a pink, but it's warmer. And if I go too far in the other direction, you know, then I end up with something like this. Now, those of you who actually use nail polish on your nails probably know this. But of course, whether it's a bottle, a little tiny jar of Testors paint you get in the craft store, or in this case, nail polish, make sure you shake it up, right? Because the color starts to look different when things in the bottle separate. So I'm gonna shake it up here, and you can see all the streaks. So you really have to make sure you shake in the bottle, and that way you'll know exactly what you're gonna be getting, as close as possible, right? So I see this one, and of all those that I've chosen, this one looks like it might be the closest. I can't tell if it has all that much sheen to it. It might have some, but again, I'm gonna keep shaking it. But it is the closest that I have found so far. And if you're trying to decide how am I going to do this, one of the ways you can do this, and of course we've got the reflection of the glass on the bottle, so it's really hard. Reflections can play tricks with your eyes when you're trying to see color, but if you look closely, you can even squint your eyes sometimes. I learned this in my paint mixing days, and you want to get as close as possible. So I think we've got a winner here, I hope. Don't think these are returnable, and I believe, oh yeah, it came from right here. And how about that? It's on sale, $7.99. That'll do it. So I am going to, again, I can't take this out and test it here. They don't like that, and probably a lot of stores don't, because there may be all sorts of reasons. So, but again, if you take a sample of what you have and take your time, don't get in a hurry, because again, most colors will have either a warmer or cooler version when you're dealing with lots of choices, and you want to find the one that's closest. And here again, I'm getting a color that's what I feel. We're going to find out when we get it on the table and the workbench. Hopefully the color is close enough, and its level of metallic, this, you know, whether it's more of a pearl finish or a heavy metal finish, you know, because you can see some of these, like this one here, you can see it's got a lot of metal, you know, metallic pigments in it. So that would be very sparkly, far more sparkly than what my machine has, and that would make it stand out. And I don't want the touch-ups to stand out. So again, you're balancing the warmth and the cool of the color. You're getting as close as you can. You're trying your best. You're looking through a glass bottle, and you want to make sure that the level, again, of the sheen, not the sheen, I'm sorry, the level of metallic shimmer is as close or as similar as possible. So we'll get this purchased and get back to the workbench and see how well I did. Look forward to seeing you all in the next video.